I am not going to do Stitch today, I don't think. But I am still wandering south. Uh-oh. Someone's trying to contact me on Skype. I am wandering south at the moment, but which really kind of requires that I talk about something, but I don't know what to talk about. Oh. Oh. Can I go around? Bark, bark, bark. Oh, so yeah, I mean, I'm doing this thing. I was pretty happy with the, you can say the intro to my last bit, the number 53. I like that it just sort of extended open sequence with the, you know, whatever the pace was. That was pretty cool. I liked it. So, I don't know. There are things still frustrating me, as always. I could talk about, well, minimum wage. Who's the real problem with why the economy is busted? I can tell you all about that. I might even. But I'm not really... I don't know. I argued about it some today, and it just... Oh, you know. It's frustrating. I know someone personally who's desperately looking for a job, has only really ever been able to do retail so far, because unfortunately retail is a really brutal market right now. That does not lend itself to ever getting better than retail. There's no real educational value in it. Sometimes you get to be into a managerial position, which could be useful, but the way the market is now, the only way to... There's such a pressure to make as... Hello? Oh, no, I can't. Sorry, someone asked me a question. Crap, now I'm going to feel bad. What am I saying? Ooh! Ooh, ooh! A wolfie! I almost walked right past you. Hello! Come with me! So, what was I saying? Oh, it's... This person I could speak of basically was sabotaged in his own managerial position at Walmart. They brought in someone... Well, let me actually get back to the original point I thought I had, where... Come on, stand up. Where's the other guy? There he is. Come with me! Thank you! Where'd the other one go? I got, what, 4? Okay. Hey! So, I think 4 should be enough. What just happened? Did this screen just get brighter? That was weird. Well, in this market where one of the paths of least resistance to making more money... Man, wolves everywhere. How does the local ecosystem handle this? Is to pay people less. And unfortunately, the less you pay them, the more difficult their lives are. The more difficult their lives are, the more unlikely they are to stand for it for very long. And they're going to rise up and go on strike and basically demand a livable wage at the very least. So the best way to prevent that is to keep people desperate. And the best way to keep people desperate is to keep people in fear of their jobs. And the best way to keep people in fear of their jobs is to actually do what Walmart did to this one person, where they literally brought someone in onto his team who immediately made complaints against him that were not substantiated by anybody else, but were perfectly valid excuse, uninvestigated, for Walmart to can the guy. But they said, literally, on his way out, feel free within, there's a certain amount of period he has to wait, like, I can't remember, a few weeks or something. And then he can apply again, albeit right back at square one, at the lowest possible pay, at the lowest possible seniority. It was a terrible system, but it keeps him desperate enough to accept any job at any wage that will come along, which is the point. And never mind that the same institution, wherever they move, wherever they build and move into destroys far more jobs than they actually create. They don't just bring, a couple hundred jobs or whatever that is a typical star brings to a community. They bring in a couple hundred jobs after destroying twice as many. I don't know the exact number, but a lot. So the net is a loss. It's not even a wash. It's a loss for the entire community. Every single new job pays less than the old job, and there are less of them to go around. It's not just Walmart, but the problem is, since they sort of lead the pack on this, those other companies that want to be able to persist, not go out of business in the new environment, have to kind of follow suit. So naturally, it's quite horrible. What am I hearing? There's so many things going on that I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, look, all four. Hello, guys. I'm hearing things. So I'll think a bit more about that before talking any further on the topic. There we go. Give me a puppy. And maybe come back with something a little bit cohesive and on with further progress. So, see you guys later. Alright, guys. Tis Jet. Whoa, let's just throw things around here. No big deal. Oh, and it's been a couple of days. My Thursdays and Fridays are kind of busy, I have to say. Is that right? Oh, crap. Well, right enough. So it's been a couple days. I don't remember what I was talking about last time, and while I could find out, I don't care to. I know it was ranty, because I started out ranty. And I'm still ranty. However, I'm sick of it. Literally, I am not sick of... Well, yes, I am sick of ranting. But I'm sick of having to rant, okay? This is not a fun thing for me. I'd like to not feel stressed about these things, and yet I am forced to because people are in such denial about everything. I realize probably many of them think the same thing about me. So, what can you say? But actually, I want this open. But yeah, this isn't much. It's just I've been swimming now for quite a long time, and only just came upon a place. So, plus my dogs, I don't know if they even exist anymore. I'm trying to leave them like little places here to land. They might actually all be drowned. I've been swimming for ages. I guess it must be possible. But one of the major points of having this here is to seek out new magma and replenish my obsidian supply. And I can probably do that off camera. So you can see there's something out there. Come on, dogs. Do you still exist? No? Well, what I want to do maybe to finish out the episode is discuss an idea to sort of deal... What did I just hear? To try to deal with this misinformation and people's propensity for denial, and as if denial is somehow a sufficient way to prevent having to deal with the problems they're denying. The problems aren't going to go away. Just because they deny it doesn't mean it's not true, doesn't mean it's going to go away. Denial is not a solution. It's all... Let's put it this way. I don't want global warming to be true. I don't want the collapse of economies to be true. I don't want the lack of equal opportunity to be true. I don't want racism to be true. I don't want the prevalence of rape and the extent to which people get away with it, which is like 97% of the time. I don't want that to be true. What possible good could it do me for that to be true? It doesn't make any sense. So to suggest denial in these topics, suggest that global warming is something I want, or any of these things, is, why would I argue for any of these things? The only reason I'm arguing about them is because I recognize the fact that they are real problems, and the only way to deal with them is by addressing them, and which can't even begin, sorry for the darkness, until you accept that they are problems. And these people refuse to accept that they are problems, and in so many ways, in trying to argue for that, are effectively arguing that it should keep happening. And it just blows my mind so bad. So, as you can tell, I've probably been arguing with these people already today, and frustrated, and to the point where all I could possibly do right now is rant quite terribly, and I don't really want to do that. So I have an idea, and I'll get into confirmation bias a little bit in my next clip after I've made some progress. Make this little nexus here, keep exploring in another direction, and build my case, I guess you could say. So we'll do that when I get here. Get back to you next. Okay, I haven't gone quite as far as I said I would. I have like no room for any of this stuff I'm finding, but I have had a bit of luck. So check this out. Pull out the good one. Whoop. Okay, right? Yes, right? Pretty good stuff, right? Cool. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I have been busy. Look at this. In this. Oh my gosh. And that. Oh my gosh. And all that. And that's not all. I think this is oh, by the way, look at this. Okay, look at this. Turns out when you have a ridiculous spade with fortune, I think is the factor here, you get nothing but flint from gravel. Holy. How dare you? I hope this is the right way. I've been at this for a while. I only just found magma, but then I only just had the recording cease. And boom! You see this? Craziness? This is friggin' insane. Look at that, 35. I had 2 before I came down here. That's friggin' awesome. Well, I'm back on the lack of road again. Heading south as always. And I have a minor update. If you look at my inventory, I am short a few things, including my feet. And I also got myself... Basically what I did was I found a desert village. I found a guy who was willing to sell me an activated Ender Eye. And so I made myself an Ender chest and just placed it in the village, recorded the location on the website, deposited a bunch of stuff, took 1 or 2 things, and moved on. And that was some time ago, but Kafine was on the other Skype line until she went to bed, so I could not record. But it is all good. The sun's going down. I don't really feel like being out of doors. Oplek's still online, though, so I can't sleep at night. Ooh. I saw his videos lately, though. Ooh, interesting. And it was like he was having some difficulty when we always wanted to sleep, during our village experience some time ago, because he couldn't do any hunting. It's like he couldn't build up experience or get necessary materials. I can't remember which now, but it wasn't a huge deal. But since he did that for us, I can make it through a night here. Maybe even log out, go do some dishes or something. I don't know. I don't know. I still gotta find... I still haven't seen any icy biomes yet. So I don't know how much further I have to go. I just know from a brief glimpse some time ago that that sort of thing is... There is something like that far to the south in my land. So that's the way I'm going. And I remember it was pretty much directly south, or south and slightly east. So I bear that way a little bit, but it's... I'm not sure I'm up to this, but I don't pretty sure I'm also not up to having to deal with him right now. And he's probably headed right for me. Dude. Oh, yeah. There, I figured. Stay back. Stay back. You know what? I just realized. I can make myself a friggin' table. I mean, not a table. A enchanting table. Come on, figure it out, fool. Not sure why I'd want to, except that I have 31 levels. It'd be nice not to lose. That is. Then again, I couldn't enchant much of interest. I could enchant a whole bunch of like small books, I suppose. But I don't really want to do that either. All right. Well, goodbye, desert. Hello, ocean. Let us do this thing. Still at it. Find another desert. Kind of surrounded on ocean by both sides, but it's extending south quite a ways, so it's a pretty good little highway for me. All that aside, I should probably get back to what I was talking about, and that is, well, actually, back to confirmation bias a little bit. It's basically the tendency where you pick only information that suits what you want to believe, what is favorable to your point of view. And it's an understandable practice, even if it's a dangerous one, because unfortunately, if you don't want to know about global warming, then you'll only perceive information that tells you it's not real. And I run into this all the time with conservatives I know on topics like, again, global warming or economics or fuel economy. They keep trying to tell me like Prius is worse than a Hummer in terms of environmental impact, even though if you actually research, you find out the average vehicle, Prius not being one of them, pumps out 5 tons carbon dioxide for every average year of driving. That's 2.5 times its own weight. And that 96% which is an awfully repetitive number lately, of the total environmental damage caused by the production and use of a car. So manufacturing, maintenance, delivery, fueling, maintenance, and disassembly and disposal. 96% of that entire environmental impact is just in the carbon that's emitted out the tailpipe over the course of its life. So by going from 25 miles per gallon up to, look at that, 50, you've cut that expenditure in half, which is, what, you're talking, just enough to basically, if the impact is 4%, if manufacturing is 4 to 5%, you've effectively bought yourself enough impact points, whatever you might want to call them, to produce another 5 or 10 Priuses for free. Okay? So it's a complete load of horse crop, but you will not be able to get that information from them because they're not aware of it. Their eyes glide right over that part of the documents. They'll cite the first part that talks about that, the kind of mining to produce the lithium-ion batteries is toxic, and yes, it is, but completely miss out on the larger picture. And if they can do it, these intelligent, well-meaning people that I know, if they can do that, the thing is, I have to assume then they don't know they're doing it. And if they don't know they're doing it, odds are good I don't know I'm also doing it on other topics. So I have long talked about with my one of my conservative friends, and probably on here once or twice already, the idea of an algorithm or a social algorithm, which is kind of a made-up word at this point, but applicable, to sort of try to defeat that somehow without insulting anyone involved and benefiting everyone involved. Presumably, if it worked, of course. Because ultimately, I am of the impression, the belief, and no one has ever been able to offer me any metrics to show otherwise, that you can make the best decisions you can possibly make when you are as well informed as you can possibly be. Any argument against that will really have their work cut out for them trying to prove it. So the idea is sort of actually not the same as that now, though. It's something I want to do, and it'll probably be complementary to what I'm about to describe. But it's also different. So let me think about that a little bit more and get back to you in a little bit. And I'm back just for a moment. I haven't really given much thought because I very soon thereafter ran into a village that had a big ravine, which I have since covered over. Unfortunately, I think a good 3 villagers, including the purple guy, are down there now. So that's unfortunate, but at least it's taken care of. I mean, it was here, the holes all over. I did decide, just because I haven't in a long time, that I need a sword. And to put in a... what am I saying? A portal. Well, I put it into the side of the church, though. What do we got? No, don't come outside, you fool. Go back inside. Thank you. So, I'll activate that, and we'll take a look. Stay inside. Thank you. Got anything? Nah. Ooh, 6 apples. That would be of value. That'd be of great value. Looks okay. Why don't I have a flint and steel? I had a flint and steel. Oh wait, it's right in my friggin' inventory. What am I talking about? Okay, boink. And let's go. No! Hold on. Don't you dare! Peace off. Ooh, nice. He dropped some iron. Leave the villagers alone, you fools. Hey, don't damage the garden either. Okay, I gotta get out of here. And we go. Shoot. Okay, nice open space. That usually means it will return back to the correct location. It hasn't been disemboweled. Disemboweled, that's not the right word. Shunted in one way or another off to the wrong place. We don't like it when that happens. Let me... Oh! Get rid of a few things. Like this. This. Stop burning me. That. Do. Man, that took a lot out of me. Get my stuff back in order. Let's see. This actually, these make sense where they are. This one being one I do not want to use up too quickly. Should be where it is. Water bucket makes sense. Probably right there. Okay. Maybe this here. I don't need flint and steel up all the time. Alright, so that's probably good. Let me get the location for this. Let's see. Bear with me as I record this. So what was I saying? Let's see. What? No. Over. Chi. Yeah. Portal. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I apologize. 1047. 4994. That's quite a long ways for the nether. No biome. Underworld. Save. Okay. So, alright. What was I saying? I was concerned about a new project idea that's complementary, I believe, to the one I was talking about before, where in this case, the thing that bothers me, well, the thing that I do, or actually no, the thing that I forget to do, I will read in my general daily quest for knowing more things, I will read, let me get rid of this, lots and lots of scientific and studies, blurbs, news, things like that. And I glean information from this, okay? It is absorbed into me, and it is very potentially being absorbed according to confirmation bias. First of all, I'm going off to look at things that interest me. So there already you have a layer of confirmation bias. And then after that, if it doesn't make sense to me, then I might disregard it. That's also a layer of confirmation bias. These are all things that happen. That's not going to be solved. Humans are humans. We are what we are. That we have made it this far and done as well as we have suggests we can slightly overcome this to a certain extent, even if we are all still victims of it. And what I'm thinking is, oftentimes when I get into like an online argument, which is always a bad idea, I need food. The better among them, most of them won't do this. 9 out of 10 will not do this, but the better among them, even if they disagree with me, will ask for a source. And in most cases, I am like a couple of years removed from the source that I read that educated me into the position that I had in the first place and was basing my argument on. So, very honestly, I don't know what the source is anymore because it's been that long. And so, in the last half year or so, I've been making more of a point to record sources whenever something really strikes me. And it seems like the sort of thing that I'll be energetic about. I record it now, okay? But it may never be useful again. I may end up in an argument about something that's unrelated to that. But it's a thing, at least, so that when someone asks me for a source, I'm actually in a position to give it. I have never said anything that was not based on a source, but I have often said things that were based on sources that I no longer knew how to find. And that's off, it's discrediting. Even if I'm still speaking the truth, it's still discrediting. So I try to avoid that now, and the idea is basically a source search. I mean, you think, well, isn't that what Google is? Yeah, but it's not just for that purpose. I'm almost thinking of archiving studies, and archiving op-eds, and archiving... I don't know what else to include, though. There are almost certainly many. Come on, just die. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a whole second one. Oh my friggin' word. Are you kidding me? Maybe their size is throwing me off. It's a good thing I don't have any doodads around here to get destroyed by all this. You dropped nothing? Well, and it sounds stupidly, ridiculously easy, but basically an index of studies. But cross-index, like whenever they're entered into the system, immediately cross-index them across topics. So you can say, well, this study is on this. Was done by this person who has done these other studies, who has accrued over the years a certain reliability and trust rating, I guess you could say. I'm not sure how to put it. But then cross it, and this appears to be a counter study based on similar beginnings but with different endings as this other study, and then it will allow you to immediately find, compare, contrast, and evaluate. And it's this big cross-metric thing, and the whole point is to find the source of data, not people's reporting on data, not people's opinions about data, but the source of data. And is it, it's good, it's light out. So that's the notion. It may not pan out, but considering what I've been talking about with this kind of debate engine, this would be an excellent place to go to when you're in the middle of a debate using the debate engine. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll try to think if there's anything more to say about it. Let's see. Can I see down there? See? Check that out. There's several of them down there too. It's the sort of place I'd kind of like to come back for at some point, but not just yet. Come on. Come on. Throw it. There we go. So, yeah, that's my viewpoint on that for now. Alright, well, I told you the idea, so... Oh, there's another tower right there. That'll have to be good enough, I think. I haven't given it much more than really as much thought as you just heard. So... Oh, here we go. It's really not a good time to say with any specificity what the idea might eventually be. But be that as it may, it seems like a good idea. So I'm going to think about it some more. I intend this weekend to... Because yes, I'm recording Friday evening for what will be a Monday show. But yeah, I do not have the room for any of this junk. But I have discovered that I like to take the tops off these and use them and like build a stairwell down in. So we'll do that much and then see what we get. It's not a bad pattern, I don't believe. But if the idea then is basically... I'm trying to remember now. Yes, I'm nearly also out of food. But basically this... Well, no, if I'm not... Oops, wrong type. I don't want to use those just yet. Sandstone, please. Okay, so... Starts here, goes up. And so I guess that means I typically end up having this part removed. Okay. So, and then, I neaten it up a little bit. And then here we go. We start here. Then we go down one to each side. And then down one more. Down one more. And then down one more. And it sort of exposes the interior. And then like so. Like so. Like so. Like so. Like so. Like so. And there you have it. Let's not succumb to that. And then, let's see. Do I have light? There it is. Okay. Blink. And then just repeat the pattern on the other side. Nice and symmetrical. All good stuff. Clean up this junk. As you can see, I've gathered quite a lot of TNT. So far. Quite a bit indeed. Don't want sand, actually. Don't really care for that. Smooth stone, yes, please. Sandstone, not now. And doink, doink, doink. So that's pretty much it. So let's see what we get. Whoa, not that. Gold, iron, all very useful. Diamond, gold, armor. Not armor, but... Ooh, emerald. I don't have room for emerald. Crap. Holy friggin' chunks. Indeed. Friggin' chunks. What did I just end up with? I've probably... Oh, sand. Yeah, I don't care for the sand. Okay, so I am gathering a good allotment of things. Alright, well, that'll be it for an episode. Thanks for... well, actually, let me go up this way. Thanks for enduring my rant, my ideas. Please sympathize with my frustration with the whole arguing on the internet thing. It's generally a bad idea, but I really want to fix problems, and the internet's supposed to be good for that sort of thing, right? Not so much. Holy. What do we got here? Those look like smooth stone, which I'd rather keep. Boink. Okay. I don't have room for it. Okay. Right. So, thanks again, and come again on Wednesday, please, for the next episode.